So then we get to the other elements. So when we talk housing and the inflation there, immigration is taking off. So we're not going to see pressure come off there. So that would really worry the RBA, wouldn't it, around those pressure factors for inflation? Because transport, petrol prices sort of...
petrol prices have come down a little bit since the September quarter.
Yeah, so they'll be okay, but those other drivers would be a big worry, wouldn't they?
Yeah, and Bullock also talked about immigration today, talking about, there are these people worried about all the demand that's coming in, and this is, say, students coming back. Students, when they weren't here, they are living in accommodation that's provided mostly. So it's actually inside the CBD or really close into the centre. They are part of the issue, but it's the fact that people have got money and they've decided, right, we're going to start moving around. That's feeding also into the overall rent issue, because rents didn't move for about 5 or 6 years pre-COVID, and now they've just taken off in a big way.
Yeah, and then they've fed into rates, and then rates increase because rents are going up almost. So it's a feedback loop. So as to what the government does, I mean, their last budget was neutral, which means that they didn't hurt inflation, but they didn't help it. Do they need a plan B? Because this isn't where they thought it would be at this stage, the inflation journey. Do they need to do something before the budget?
Well, there's a mid-year update in 2.5 weeks' time. I'm not sure I can see...
Not picking up any...
I'm not suspecting that, like, the biggest thing they could do... Well, we've actually seen one of the bigger things they could do, which was last week with Catherine King saying, I'm knocking off all these projects. And she's starting a war with all these Labor states saying, we want to build stuff.
Yeah. The other way is also... probably, that could kick in sort of the next... not tomorrow, but maybe in a year's time, if you want to slowly take pressure off that.
Well, the first thing you could do is actually increase taxes, but I'm not sure Jim Chalmers and Katie Gallagher are going to get up in the second week of December.
It's what you can do to help inflation and not, but also maybe help with cost of living. Petrol was the obvious one. Is there any other magic solution?
This is it. We've had this suggestion about, reduce the excise. If you reduce excise, and we saw that last year when the previous government did it, it pushed $6 billion back into the economy. It saved motorists $6 billion, who then went and spent it somewhere else.
So maybe with all the rate rises since, maybe it doesn't get spent as much, I guess, this time around would be the argument. But...
Well, it may be spent because people are trying, and this is the Bullock's point, is aggregate demand. People are still spending. They are cutting back in areas, and you can see that through the fact that we've had this pull forward of Black Friday sales because retailers are picking up, hold on, we are struggling to sell off.
Yes.
Last year the Reserve Bank was all about, it's a freedom Christmas. We'll have people spending. Now it's an incarceration Christmas where people are going, right, we're not going to be able to spend nearly as much.
I remember Black Friday started and now, didn't know what it was. Now it's pre-Black Friday. All right, in 10 seconds, so for all the sort of gas bagging we're doing, what does this mean? More rate rises?
I'm not convinced there's another one left in the bank.
You don't think so?
No, and okay. I think it's because we're going to start seeing the employment sector, the jobs market, starting to cool a bit.
Okay, there you go. November 21. I'll note that down.
You mark that down.
Shane Wright, always a pleasure. Thank you.